Hello, it's Paul Clegg here, and if you've ever been approached by a friend to get involved or start a network marketing business, and you've wondered whether you've got what it takes to make a success of that, then listen up, because I'm going to share some of my own thoughts and experience about this very subject. First of all, let me say that I think now is a brilliant time for anyone to consider what the Americans are calling a side hustle. Now, that could be a home-based business of any description. It could be certainly a company that's distributing its products through network marketing systems. But a lot of people get confused and they get carried away with the product and get carried away with and they get excited about the product. And that's good. And if that's the case, they should buy it. If they think that it's of value to them, they should buy it. And many people who do then are persuaded, either sooner or later, to start distributing that product. And that's okay too. But the challenge that people have when they go into such a business is A, they don't have the skill set to maybe start a business, or the skill set they've got in running their own business is not the same skill set of running that sort of business. I come from a sales and marketing background, and I remember a particular time when I'd started my own business. I'd come from a corporate environment. I took on premises, I took on staff, I carried on with the same quality of car, etc. And my cash flow was all over the place. I was leaking money like you wouldn't believe. But I was overwhelmed by the fact that my marketing ideas and the sales and the brands that I had, I was in love with those, and sales were great. Cash flow was terrible. So, of course, when somebody offered me the opportunity to start again, where I had no staff, I didn't need staff, I didn't need premises, I didn't need to hold stock, I didn't have the risk of cash flow, because the company would do that. I didn't have to do any research and development. All I had to do was to market the product. And I thought, wow, such a great idea. And it is a great idea. But I didn't necessarily have the success that was promised. Now, I shouldn't really have said that, because no success is ever promised. It's implied by people that overhype the opportunity and really don't fully understand what they're doing. So let me tell you what I think you need to know. First of all, network marketing is a method of marketing. It isn't a product. It isn't a company. So if the company that you're looking at manufactures nutritional products, medicinal products, services, then they're the products that you will subsequently need to market in your home-based business. And marketing those products are a skill in itself. It's not a matter of you going off and selling it to somebody else or sending a link to somebody else. You need to understand how such businesses are built, and they're generally built on duplication. Let me explain. I have as I say, a sales and marketing background, and apart from hesitating occasionally on this particular video because I'm not working to a script, I'm working off the cuff, I have no problem in putting words together. I have no problem in using persuasive words. So you may think I would be super successful, but in building a team, I can't replicate me. And that is where the challenge happens. People are getting involved and they're saying, post this on social media, talk to all your friends and family. Well, that's how you lose friends and family. It's far easier to find people who are looking for an opportunity than it is to persuade people that should have an opportunity, which is, I think and suspect, the case in my friend's instance. They want to get him on a Zoom call so that they can maybe talk him into doing this, because he's a very, very popular guy and he's got really good access to a lot of friends. But he doesn't know which of those friends are looking for something. So that's partly the challenge. I think the other challenge is starting a business. And when you start a business, well-meaning friends and family will want to protect you. So they'll not necessarily always be supporting you. So you need resilience. You will get, or could get, a lot of no's if you don't know what you're doing. Because if you're trying to persuade everybody to buy your product or service and get involved in it as well, then you are going to get a lot of no's, and people don't like no's. So there's a lot of things to starting any business. I would encourage everybody and anybody to keep an open mind about companies that develop their business through word of mouth, which is network marketing. But it is not a business, and it's a method of creating business, creating distribution chain. And I think its time has always been there. I still get paid every month for a product I recommended to somebody 12 years ago. I haven't spoken to that person, because we've lost touch, for about 9 years. And yet the company drops a payment into my bank account every single month on that original recommendation. Now, that's somebody who is not really, you wouldn't say is super successful at network marketing. Because one of the challenges of starting any business, and especially a side business, is it's a side business. People will tell you it's a part-time business. Don't kid yourself. There's no such thing as a part-time business. In most cases, it's a sometime business when it suits, because there's great discipline, as anybody working from home knows, into actually getting something off the ground, having the discipline to work. If you had a part-time job in a bar, you'd be required to turn up from 6 o'clock till 11 o'clock and work. But most people with their part-time business don't do that. They don't do the things necessarily every day. And I didn't. I was always, it was on the side, and it was sometime. And that probably is why I'm not amongst all the successful people. And I know lots of very successful people who live a lifestyle that really is amazing. They've built a distribution network, and they've built it on systems and duplication. So when you're looking at something, please get enthusiastic about the product, but you want to know, is that company here for the long term? Is it sustainable? Is that product, is that company providing, or is the person that that's recommended it, do they and their team have a duplication system that anybody in your distribution network can work, whether they've got any experience or not? And they're the key questions I think people should ask. Another question that you might want to consider, and it's something that's held me back from actively promoting a company I really do love. To me, it's the Apple of the personal care, skincare and nutrition industry. It's an innovator. The only challenge I've got is that because of a lot of people getting on social media, they tell people what it is, etc., which is a big mistake. Because what you want to do, if you're looking for people who want something, but you're looking for them, and you should be using curiosity. And I think one of the challenges is that a lot of these people are dumping their products onto eBay. So, you might be talking to somebody about a particular product, they look it up on eBay, and the next minute they've bought it there. So I'm afraid a lot of companies do not police that as well as they could. But nevertheless, people are starting out in businesses, what I call direct marketing companies, because you can have a comfort with very little or no risk. And I think a lot of people coming out of this coronavirus situation will want to have something with little or no risk, and maybe not with much of an investment, because they may not have much to invest, but they can start a business, an internet business, because products is bought from the internet as you would buy from Amazon. It's got no overhead, no staff to consider, no research and no legal fees, no cash flow issues. It's got everything you want, but you need to understand how it's built. If anybody would like to know a little bit more, by all means contact me or get back to the person that has introduced you to whatever opportunity you have and ask them some key questions. And I'll put a slide up now as to the key questions to ask, because frankly, I can't think of them right now. So I hope that's helpful. And in some ways, it might answer some of the questions that my friend has and that he may want to consider. I suspect that really he came to me because I'm his best friend, or one of his best friends, and secondly because he knows that I'll give him a straight answer and I know a thing or two about network marketing and other subjects like that. So hope you found that useful. As my morning, it's not a rant, it's I just thought it would be of value to those people who are looking for that side hustle or that other opportunity. And you don't want to go from the frying pan into the fire blindly. And maybe I'll do a few more video posts like this. All the best. Bye-bye.